Donald Trump is having a very bad week. The courts continue to humiliate the DOJ team and rule against everything he has done. The economy is continuing to tank. Elon Musk keeps forcing him to be a babysitter. And Bernie and AOC are speaking to rallies bigger than his inaugurations combined. And we know what happens when Trump has a bad week. He throws a temper tantrum. Well, and yes, he goes golfing on the American taxpayers' dime, flying off to Mar-a-Lago at $34 million a pop. Well, this week he is really throwing tantrums. He's out there on social media demanding a personal apology from the governor of Maine. And knowing that A, she's a woman, and B, she is never going to apologize, Trump tried to go picking on guys who can't retaliate. So he's running around trying to humiliate guys who have repeatedly called him out by stripping them of their security clearance. But it did not quite go as he planned. First, he went after Adam Kinzinger.
So I just found out that Donald Trump revoked my security clearance. Here's the funny thing. Dude, I retired a year ago from the military. I don't even have a security clearance. Dumbass. I'm sorry I'm living rent-free in your head, Donald, but you got this one wrong. So I woke up to MAGA being super angry that I don't have a security clearance and that Trump's thing meant nothing to me. What else you got, guys? You gonna strip my World War II badges? You gonna strip my Vietnam combat status? Good one.
You have to hand it to Kinzinger, a combat veteran. He revels in waging war against the draft-dodging Trump. Kinzinger is out there enjoying his best life, while little Donnie Dumper is out there spinning lies, taking orders from Putin, and hawking cars for Elon. So then Trump moved on to go after Alexander Vindman. Vindman not only testified against Trump during his first impeachment, but has been a constant critic of Trump. Vindman is regularly out there saying things like this.
Is Putin, in fact, worried about the United States as a global superpower so long as Donald Trump is the one sitting in the White House?
Well, so that's the key. As long as Donald Trump is sitting in the White House, he's less worried because he knows he could effectively manipulate Donald Trump. But in absolute terms, of course, he's extremely concerned about the U.S. He's deathly afraid of anything that spirals into a direct confrontation, let alone a nuclear war. He is deathly afraid of the potential of a nuclear war. He's an empire builder, not an empire destroyer. He wants Russia to be great again.
And this is why Vindman is more than just a Trump critic. He's a foreign policy expert with the gravitas and expertise to publicly humiliate Trump by making it a matter of fact, not opinion, that Trump is a Putin patsy. So during his tantrum, Trump used his favorite weapon. He stripped Vindman of his security clearance. Only one little problem there. Watch this.
Before we let you go, Mr. Vindman, you're on the list. The White House put out a statement yesterday revoking security clearances for a number of individuals, saying it is not no longer in the national interest. And you are on this list. Your reaction to the White House naming you in this absurd and very bizarre statement?
Sure. Thanks for having me on again. But I'm not a weak-kneed billionaire that could be bullied around. I'm not a massive DC law firm with nearly unlimited resources that could be brought to heel by some empty threats. I haven't had an active security clearance for 5 years. And guess what? I revoke the president's revocation. I reinstate my security clearance, and because it's meaningless. I mean, it's noise. It's Friday night theater is what we're seeing here because they're running out of really cool plays. So now they're digging deep, and it's pretty absurd where they're headed. And frankly, I don't care. This is not something that's going to lose sleep over. Frankly, I'll make fun of it.
Now, like Kinzinger, Vindman is a combat veteran, and here he uses one of the most effective weapons against Trump: laughter. Not only does he humiliate Trump, he exposes the hollowness of the gesture. The list includes Joe Biden and any member of the Biden family. Do you think Joe Biden really cares about his security clearance? He did his job, and he's enjoying retirement. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, they know the second the Democrats are in charge, their security clearance will be restored, if they want them. This is an empty gesture by an exceedingly powerless and empty man trying desperately to remain relevant. And that has to be the funniest thing about Trump. The more he tries to build himself up with selling out NATO and Ukraine, Canada and Mexico, the more irrelevant he makes himself. A day is coming, and it's not too far off, when he'll be walking around a fairly empty Mar-a-Lago, talking to anyone who will listen and saying, you know, I used to be a very important guy, very powerful, very powerful. And their response is going to be, sir, did you drink your prune juice? I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo with absolutely nothing against prune juice. I mean, what could you have against prune juice? It's tasty. For Occupy Democrats.